How would you like that every single thing you wrote down came true? If that's something that you want, then stay tuned in this video where I'm going to teach you how journaling can help you do just that. Hi friends, Kathleen Cameron here, Chief Wealth Creator and founder of Diamond Academy. We specialize in manifestation and law of attraction for purpose-driven entrepreneurs. Thank you so much for watching and for subscribing. If you haven't done so, please do so now, and don't forget to click the bell so you don't miss any of this amazing content. And for this video specifically, I want you to stay right until the end, where I'm gonna share something that I made just for you to help in your journaling and in your manifestations. So journaling for me, when I first started in this journey of self-discovery and awakening, I used journaling as a way to clarify my thinking, to clarify my self-concept, and to clarify my vision or my end result. Now, I was also told that journaling was something that I should use as a form of repetition to reprogram my subconscious mind, but I actually I don't feel that that is an effective use of journaling anymore. For one thing, my hand gets really sore. Another thing is that I find it boring. And what I was finding is that the journaling itself doesn't change your consciousness. The journaling is just a way of clarifying your thoughts or structuring your thoughts differently. So it actually can be a hindrance. So if you're writing something out that you don't believe over and over and over again, you're just reaffirming the lack of belief in that very thing. So for me, the journaling is a way to clarify things. Putting pen to paper helps you to formulate the new idea, but you still need to live according to the new idea. So this is what we were talking about earlier, is that, you know, you're writing down, I'm so happy and grateful now that money flows to me with ease. And then 5 minutes later, you go to your friend and you talk about how you have no money. So you're not living according to the idea that you've journaled. So that's where I see a difference with journaling. I would rather that you journal less and make sure that what you journal then becomes the way you live. You're living according to what it is that you wrote down. I absolutely developed the belief, and so this was a conscious decision to believe this, that everything that I write down on a piece of paper comes true. And so when you journal, I see it almost as your ask. So you first start with a thought. There's a thing that you want, a thing that you desire, and then you take a pen and paper and you take it from your imagination and you put it on paper, similar to an architect. So an architect sees the home or the building in their mind. They see the picture on the screen of their mind. They take pen to paper and they sketch it out. So this is where I see journaling can be important, because you're actually like giving it more power by then putting it onto paper. But then the next step though is to then build the image in the physical world of what you put on the paper. So the architect then takes the steps to get the building built. So this is the key, is the action of actually what you've put down, that thing that you want, making sure that you hold that vision no matter what, and you move your body towards it, whatever that means. And that might mean just acting intuitively, following what feels good, paying attention to the opportunities, the people that you meet, the networking. The bridge of incidents will unfold as long as you stick to that belief. I pretty much can journal at any time of day. How I feel when I'm journaling, though, is more important. So it doesn't matter if it's first thing in the morning or before bed. I like to be in a beautiful energy, calm, relaxed when I'm journaling. So sometimes I'll make a cup of tea, or I'll turn on the fireplace, or I'll put on some meditative music, or I'll listen to a song that's really inspiring. I've also used journaling too, just as we're talking about the moods that we're in. Sometimes if I'm not in a very good mood, I'll journal gratitude. And so it can be another strategy for you to shift the way you're thinking, because as soon as you start thinking about all the things that you love in your life, all the people around you that are so amazing, the incredible opportunities, whatever that little thing is that was bothering you, whatever was pissing you off, you just forget about it and you realize it wasn't really a big deal after all. So that could be another way that you want to use journaling. So when I first started in this journey, somebody had told me that you should journal for 20 to 30 minutes a day. And so I would find that I would be sitting there just like with pen and paper and writing the same thing over and over and over again, going like, really, does it have to be this way? You know, somebody even told me that I should write something out 100 times in the morning and 100 times at night. I don't think I ever did the 100 times, but I certainly did like 20 or 30 times. And by the end of it, like my hand hurt, I was tired. And so I thought to myself one day, what if I didn't have to write it out that many times? Like, what if I believed that I could write it once and it would solidify it, and that would be the ask. And so now I write something once. I write out my self-image, my new self-concept once. I write out what it is that I want once. I write my goal out once. And I believe that that is enough. And well, it's working. You know, I started really going backwards about my beliefs. And so somebody would tell me that you should do this tool, or you should have this strategy, or you should do this and you should do that. And then I thought to myself, well, this sounds like a lot of work just to change a belief. It sounds like, okay, so changing beliefs is going to take a long time. We need constant spaced repetition. We need to write it out all these times. And so what I realized was that my belief was that it was a lot of work to change a belief. And so that's what was happening. That's what was showing up. And then I thought, what if I believed that I could accept a new belief in an instant? And I started thinking about areas in my life where I've seen this happen. Where have I seen somebody change their mind quickly like that? And I think about my sister-in-law, and maybe she'll be watching this, but she watched a documentary on cows and became a vegetarian almost instantly. And she changed a belief like that. And so that was just evidence for me of, you know what? I'm going to nurture this belief. And now I absolutely believe that I can change a belief in an instant. And I believe that you can too. So this is where it doesn't have to be hard work. It can be more ease and flow. You can tap into the feminine energy and just change the way you see the world and what's really possible. So I see the value of journaling in gaining clarity, in solidifying a vision. So what you put in a journal is pulling from your thoughts. You're pulling it from your mind. And so it's not the act of journaling that creates a success or the manifestation, but the disciplining of your thoughts, your feelings, and your actions. So just to clarify, journaling can be a very helpful tool. And everything that I suggest is all things that I think that you should pay attention to what feels good and what works for you. So journaling can absolutely help you. But I always also want to preface it by saying that journaling and writing something out is not what manifestation is. Manifestation is changing your consciousness, your thoughts, your feelings, your actions. Manifestation is being in spirit of being a new version of you. And so journaling can help you do that, but it is not the means to the end, so to speak. So during my journey with working with people who really, really wanted to shift their consciousness, I found people asking me all the time, is there a pre-made journal anywhere? Is there a guide or a template that you would suggest in helping you to create at the beginning stages of your journey a new routine in journaling and writing things out? So I created a journal called the Gratitude for Manifestation Journal, and it's available on Amazon, and we'll put the link in the description. And it gives you a 1 page per day to keep you focused and clear on what I think are the main points, if you're going to journal, that will help you the most. So gratitude for 5 things that you have today, gratitude for 5 things that you're bringing into the physical form. So 5 things that aren't yet here, but are on their way. Sending love, writing out your goal, and an affirmation, maybe something that you want to believe today to allow you to shift your focus. So go ahead and pick that up on Amazon, and it'll give you a good 6 months in creating the routine of journaling simply and easily as you go through your level of awareness journey. And maybe you'll be done with it, and maybe you'll want a second one. Who knows? Happy journaling or not, whatever you decide. Thank you so much for watching. With gratitude, Kathleen.